It's time now for the Peter Channel 11 o'clock news of the slate, Saturday, March 12th, 2016. Good evening, everybody. I am Peter Wiggins. I am right at 11 o'clock news and on the slate, Saturday night. Top story at 11 o'clock is Washington, where the most Republican presidential nominee Mitt Romney says he doesn't think that GOP frontrunner Donald Trump will be able to release his tax returns. Two of the top competitors in the trail sled dog race were run down by a snowmobile on a remote section of the Yukon River early Saturday morning in West Alaska before he's called a deliberate attack. President Obama firstly for a chase at Donald Trump's ride as U.S. President Barack Obama spoke at a private Democratic National Committee event at Gailey's coming to Dallas on Saturday in Dallas, Texas. Don't forget to change those creaky old clocks around your house that don't automatically adjust to daylight savings time. New York, the U.S. Coast Guard says it has suspended its search for two tugboat crewmen who are missing and presumed dead after the boat crashed into the barge north. Former Mississippi State quarterback Dak Prescott arrested and pulled over in a white 2016 Cadillac Escalade early Saturday morning by Stockville police and was charged with a DUI. The EU Turkey plan wants to stop migration, but it could make it more dangerous. Syria's government on Saturday ruled on a discussion in favor of the presidency at a peace talks this week, just as the led opposition negotiators said that political transition could not even start unless Bashar al-Assad was no longer president. Heidelberg, Germany, Chancellor Angela Merkel cited that gratifying dropping the number of refugees entering Germany and defended her efforts to reach a deal with Turkey on migration as she made a final effort Saturday to win votes on the name of three. Nicole Sturgeon yesterday announced that the S&P summoned an initiative to convert special skeptical voters to the beautiful dream of independence. Geneva, Switzerland, U.S. and international diplomat pledged peace talks in the Syrian civil war would go on as planned despite some violations of the ceasefire agreement. Marco Rubio will win the Washington, D.C. caucus Saturday. NBC News projects on a mock photo of Senator's third win in the presidential race. Kevinton, Louisiana. Residents in Louisiana and Mississippi were taking stock damage on Saturday after diligent rain submerged roads and cars, washed out bridges, and forced residents to flee their homes. A correctional officer guard the gate at William C. Holman Correctional Facility, Admiral, Alabama, officials say found the prison in Alabama released 2 hurt. Cleveland. Hillary Clinton went stricter rules on all reports than the Obama administration negotiated in the sweeping Pacific trade deal that a majority priority for the White House. Cheyenne, Wyoming. Republican presidential candidate Senator Ted Cruz picked up 9 delegates from Wyoming and 1 from Guam 2 contests held Saturday. The Little Santa Monica Beach and Historic Hotel Teatron near San Diego are being acquired by a Chinese insurance company as part of a $6.5 billion deal. Malware gave hackers an inside look at the bank system. Investigators suspect unknown hackers installed malware in the Bangladesh central bank computer system and watched, probably for weeks, on how to go withdraw money from its U.S. The Affordable Care Act self-insurance co-op absorbed deep financial losses last year. China 16 is shaping to be a make-or-break year for this non-profit alternative to traditional insurers. It was a couple of weeks before Christmas that the federal government dingled a $40 million prize to fund America's cities finding ways to use new automated driving and sensor technologies and big data tools to cut traffic and auto emissions. Yep, so Mars 2016 mission, a collaboration between the European and Russian space agencies has scheduled blast off from Kazan on Monday. One is frozen on one of the astrophic surfaces at 15 Celsius below for 2 hours. The ice is easily removed with a click of a finger. Prehistoric reptile Tigua may have been related to the dinosaur scientists after discovered a reptile skull from about 250 million years ago in Brazil. A new report from the National Academies of Science and Engineering Medicine said that explaining the influence of climate change on some types of extreme events such as heat waves, drought, and heavy precipitation now possible. FDA expanded the use of the Pfizer drug from rare form of lung cancer as the Food and Drug Administration expanded approval of a Pfizer drug to treat a small subset of lung cancer patients with a rare mutation. A new study in the ADHD diagnosis rate has been found. That the birth mother of the child in question may have an enormous impact on the likelihood of being both diagnosed with a condition and prescribed medication. Younger Sullivan's going to be annoying, but through studies suggest it may be good for your health, and long-term growth studying new and track new some children across the U.S. Lawmakers in California legislature voted last week to increase the legal age for purchasing and using tobacco and e-cigarettes from 18 to 21. Take a look at New England alerts at 11:05. In stop for Connecticut at 50 River Road and mobile hospital heavy human traffic. Medical routes, second ambulance, and livestock requested end routes. Peter Chell News Times now 11:05 p.m. on the slate starting at 10 after a travel report. Let's study up out in Rhode Island. Okay, take a look at the state of Rhode Island, where it's sleeting in the highways and byways of Rhode Island. 93 in the southbound side, so from Somerville all the way after the Mass Pike in Boston, due to an accident here on 93 in the southbound side in Somerville. Just after Route 28 in the Summer Square in Somerville. Mass Pike on the westbound side, also after Route 495 in Westburg. Highways in Springfield and Worcester, Lincoln, the other highways around the Bay State. On I-84 in the eastbound side in Connecticut, we got an accident here. In Walton, just after Route 74, so expect some delays. But otherwise, highways and byways in Connecticut are looking good. Down in New York City, in vicinity, 278 on the westbound side. Also around Brooklyn Bridge area, Brooklyn Bridge on both ends it is slow. Lincoln Tunnel on both ends a little slow. Holland Tunnel on the westbound side, also from Soho to Jersey City. 278 on the westbound side, also after the Verona Narrows Bridge. I-87 on the northbound side, also on Route 95 in the Bronx. 95 on the northbound side, so from George Washington Bridge all the way up to 95. Bronx Whitestone Bridge on both ends it's slow. Bronx Neck Bridge on the westbound side, a little slow. Cross Island Parkway accident before the 678, so expect some delays. Now you can stop outside. We'll slow around a Yonkers stretch. But otherwise, New York State Freeway is looking good from New York to the Pennsylvania border. And 190 and stop outside. We'll slow after the Niagara Falls stretch. Highways in Vermont and New Hampshire and Maine are looking good. Peter Children's Time is now all over the way. Time now for MBTA Alert. Ferries they are looking good on the subway system. Still on L5, series of minor delays in the traffic. Fitchburg line train 14:14 9:45 p.m. for Fitchburg delayed 15 minutes today due to freight train interference. And on the ferries they are looking good. Peter Children's Time is now 11:09 p.m. on this late starting at 10 a.m. weather report. Tonight, forecast got about 39 degrees west about 5 to 7 miles an hour. For Sunday, it's got about 60 degrees. Northwest wind about 5 to 9 miles coming in northeast in the afternoon. Sunday, most gusts got about 33 degrees, northeast about 3 to 6 miles an hour. Monday, rain likely after 2 p.m. Gusts got about 44 degrees east with about 8 miles an hour with gusts as 21 miles an hour, anticipation 7%. New spots less than 10 minutes possible. Monday night, rain low at 39 degrees east with about 9 miles coming. Gusts at 24 miles an hour, anticipation 9%. Tuesday, rain like rain before 11 a.m. Cloud skies about 53 degrees. Anticipation 30%. Tonight, most skies about 43 degrees. Wednesday, parts of the most skies about 62, about 43 degrees. Thursday, chance of showers up to 90. Parts of the most skies about 60, about 40 degrees. Anticipation 40%. Friday, chance of showers. Parts of the forecast about 55, about 35 degrees. Anticipation 30%. And for Saturday, most skies about 54 degrees. Failure, not near. It is 48 degrees with first skies. Scribbling the day 66%. And looking at the radar, clear as whistle. That's gonna be it for the Peter Channel. 11 o'clock news of this week. So yeah, March 12th, 2016. Please have good night. Like good Friday 2 and see you tomorrow more important. And also remember, before you go to bed, just like me and everyone around the country, set your clocks ahead 1 hour. Daylight savings time starts at 2 a.m. on early Sunday morning. Good night. See you tomorrow morning.